Howdy friends, this is Steve Kaufman, and what I'm going to try to work on with you today is to learn some speed drills and get your right and left hands a little better coordinated and give you some tips and techniques in order to gain that speed a little bit. First thing I want to try to do is give you an idea of what I talk about with right and left hand mechanics. I feel, my philosophy on speed is that there's not a lot of tricks to it. What you have to do is you have to have your right hand working correct and your left hand working correct. And if both units are working correctly, or your machine is working right, then what you have to do is just oil the machinery by practicing. So one thing you'll want to try to do in your practice to help speed up a little bit is to play with a very, very light touch with the left hand, and that's easier said than done. What actually happens at that time is the right hand gets quieter too. Okay, we'll show some exercises in a minute for that. But the best way that I have found to hold the left hand, and some of you may already be doing this, but for those that are not, you always want to put your fingers down as far in the frets as possible. It takes less pressure to push that note down. Here I'm on a D. If I use the same pressure and bring my finger back just a hair, it gets to a buzz and I have to... Okay, as promised, here goes a little Old Joe Clark. And I think what I'll do is show you a couple tunes we can do, maybe three, Old Joe Clark and Soldier's Joy, and we'll see what else we find. And these are just to give you some straight line melody stuff in order to get your right hand on track as far as the pendulum and stuff. And you'll see, let's go ahead and play through this one. Now also on some of the shots, pay attention to how wide the right hand's going to be moving while we're going slow. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... A couple places here that are what I would call like speed licks or special runs that you can use if you're running out of ammunition, like you're starting to get tired. This last run, let's see. I guess this part. You'll notice I did a slide back, 2 downs in a row. Examples of what triplets are, because this is what's going to help speed your right hand up a little bit. Here's your quarter notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your eighth notes, okay? Because they're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now we're going to go to triplets. Triplets is when you hit 3 notes in the same amount of time as 1 beat. Now we've got triplets going. Arpeggio run, I'm going to go down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? And in fact, you ought to practice that a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's what you're trying to get. Like that. A little slower so you can play along with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But still going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's still 4 beats going by, okay? So it'll sound like this real slow. So this song actually comes from one that's fairly old. In one of the tapes I did, we called it the Bluegrass Boogie, and that was this. So now it goes into C. Really what it is a 12-bar blues. So we can put that in here now. Instead of going...